What's up everyone? In this issue of Motive Garage, we've gone Euro. Now before we get into the modifying, let's talk about what car I bought and why. Because most of you are probably wondering, why the hell did Andrew buy an Audi Quattro TT? It's not really my style of car. Now, the story goes like this. I wanted a new daily driver because I've been driving my van for the last 3 years as my daily driver, and the GTR is a weekend car, the other cars are track cars. Having nice press cars has made me go, you know what, I wouldn't mind a nice, comfortable, luxurious daily driver. Just sick of driving the van. I'm getting older, I want something nice to drive around in. But I just couldn't think of anything, to be honest. I've been looking for probably 6 months leading up to the van getting paid out of its lease, and I just didn't know what I wanted. So I took some advice from Moog from Mighty Car Mods, and he said if you don't know what you want, just go and buy something that you'd never expect or anyone else would expect, and just try something totally new. So I decided that I wasn't going to go Japanese. I decided to try Euro. I mean, it's pretty popular, the Euro market, obviously, it's huge. And I thought, well, I haven't really spent much time in Euros. None of the press cars I've had have really been Euros, so let's go for a Euro car. So I narrowed down to Euro, and I'll be honest, I was looking around the 10 grand mark. I thought I wanted an Audi A4 or a 325 or a 323 wagon, or just something nice and luxurious. But I kept coming back to like sedans, hatches and wagons and going, oh, maybe I should have something practical, but I just kept looking but never really drove anything. Nothing stood out and grabbed my attention. And then I thought to myself, do I really need to get something practical? I've got the van, just get something cool. And I was just lost. And essentially one day, one of my workers, Christina, just said, hey boss, come here, look at this. One of my friends has said, does anyone want an Audi TT Quattro V6? And I went, I don't want an Audi Quattro TT, they're bloody hairdressers' cars. I don't want a hairdresser's car. But then I thought about it a little bit, had a look at the ad, and it was the V6 Quattro. It had 69,000 Ks, one old owner who had looked after it. It's immaculate, full service history, and I'm going, yes, okay, it's a nice car, and got offered at a pretty good price. I was told I could have it for 15 grand. So I looked up on the internet what Audi TT Quattro V6 is sold for, and they actually sell for probably low 20s to high 20s. So I thought, okay, it's also a good bargain, so if I get stuck with it. And then I thought about it a little bit more and went, well, it shouldn't be too hard to make an Audi TT Quattro actually look pretty good. I mean, they're a little bit grandpa-ish or hairdresser-ish with their factory wheels and stuff, but I thought, you know what, you could probably make this thing look pretty baller on a budget. And that is how Budget Baller idea came about. I then had a quick drive of the car, because I've never driven one, and it was nice, luxurious, good to drive. So I thought, stuff it, let's get it and start Project Budget Baller.
We all know that wheels make the car, and when making a car your own, it's always the first thing on the list of modifications. So we gave our friends at Autocraze a call and told them what we needed: a set of wheels that are baller on a budget. As much as we'd love some $10,000 forged wheels, spending more than 10% of the price of the car on wheels is often over-capitalising and not exactly budget conscious. And that's the great thing about Autocraze. They have wheel and tyre packages that go from budget to hardcore JDM, race, American forged wheels, and everything in between. Let alone their giant four-wheel drive wheel and accessory range. Autocraze also does suspension work with lifts for four-wheel drives and lowering for passenger cars. They also offer brake painting and plenty of other styling upgrades. We initially used the Autocraze website to narrow down our wheel choice for the TT. Their search system makes it pretty easy. Just put in your make and model and you can go from there. We opted to go for 19-inch for the wheels, as the car will remain a daily driver. We narrowed it down to a couple of choices before heading into the store to do a mock-up with the car. Putting the wheels in front of the car helped us make our final choice, and 19 by 8.5 inch Rotiform SPF wheels in matte black got the nod. With some tyres fitted up and balanced, it was time to get them on the car. Back in the showroom, and you can see the before and after. The new wheels give the car a whole new look and feel, and being black have started the theme that we will continue on the rest of the car. The next thing to do on the car was fix the stereo. It's a common problem for the amplifier to fail on Audi TTs, and the stereo is an old school CD and radio player, so we went to the guys at Lifestyle and added a modern Pioneer head unit with touchscreen, hands-free, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay and DVD player. We installed a new amp and figured, we might as well add a sub as well. The car came with a 9-speaker premium audio system, so they stayed put, and now we have a high audio quality 5.1 surround sound stereo system to make the daily drive more enjoyable. Next step was to get some tint on it, not just to keep the car cool, but to continue the murdered out theme we started with the wheels. Graham from Tint and Protect, who tinted and helped build our previous Jeep project car and wrapped a Rubisu, was the man for the job, and is also able to do mobile tinting as well, meaning he came to the Motive HQ to do another high quality tint job on our Audi TT. Wheels, tint and stereo already makes for a great daily driver, but we wanted to take it one step further with some subtle but effective styling mods. First up, we found an RS style grille online to fit up the front. It not only looks better, but it removes the chrome trim, and when we painted the Audi badge matte black. Up the back, we removed some badges, but painted the Audi ring satin black to match. Continuing the murdered out theme, we painted the fuel filler cap in satin black as well. The last thing we did to the exterior was fit an RS wing. We found a carbon copy online, and the quality was okay for the price, but it did require a little bit of work, and we had to drill into the factory adjustable wing to fit it. We think the wing helps improve the rear end shape of the car, as it looks a bit dopey at the back without the wing the way it drops off. All up, the wheels, subtle exterior additions and black accents have totally transformed the car. With a purchase price of $15,000 and less than $5,000 on mods, we think the car looks like it's worth twice as much, which was the whole theme of the build. Daily driver that is baller on a budget.
Now, I'd never driven an Audi TT when I decided to buy it. I thought we'd give it a little bit of a review, find a nice bit of road and see what the hype is like. Now, it's V6, so there's no turbo lag, and I presume compared to the 4-cylinder turbo, it's a little bit torquier. Now, it's not brutally fast, but it's fast enough through a twisty bit of road that you can have a little bit of fun. And obviously all-wheel drive with the Quattro means it's very sure-footed. I'm not even really getting that close to pushing the envelope in this car, and it's pretty quick through here, actually. Bit of understeer on the limit, obviously, but you can just drive through it on a road like this. I'm sure on the track it would be a bit different, but here, it's pretty good. Now, it's not very often that I'll buy a car that I haven't got a heap of experience with and driven flat out, but After reading all the reviews on the Audi TT in various magazines over the years, I knew it wasn't going to be a terrible car and that it would be fun through a set of twisties like this. Not brutally quick, not out of control, scary fast, but quick enough to be fun. The all-wheel drive makes it nice and safe, and it handles really well. I just able to get in it and drive it flat out and have a good time without thinking about it too much. It's not going to be a track weapon, obviously, but there's no reason why you probably couldn't do a little bit of motorsport in this if you really wanted to, and there are plenty of upgrades out there for handling and performance, but we just wanted a nice, luxurious, comfortable daily driver that isn't an absolute boring turd. So the Audi TT, for me, ticks all those boxes.